she did fall. Right after I told her not to. I said, Mima, don't fall. She said, I won't. And she fell. Through the floor. Just so you know. Thank you to everybody who chose to spend their time and attention here. It truly means a lot that you would care about what we would have to say. Before I get into the message I would like to share, I'll show you some pictures of the adventure we had. This is more pictures from the youth group, but Samantha talked a lot about that. But what you'll notice here in the middle is that you can see Samantha surrounded by a small fraction of her suitors that she picked up while we were gone. And you're welcome, you know. The next picture, you can see her picking out her ring. She was obviously very excited, and those of you that know my grandmother, don't worry. She got into her fair share of mischief. Yeah, I'm going to just let that sit there for a few seconds. I told you not to.
Sylvia, I trusted you with my daughter.
I blew it.
Tried to warn you.
Okay. This is Pastor, what's his name? Pastor Lily? My bad. That was his granddaughter in the picture she drew. This is Mima. This is some of the food. This is the bus that Samantha was talking about that they converted into a church. One thing you'll see here that Mima's doing is we went to a Jewish museum in Berdici where we were staying and learned a little bit about the culture of the Jewish population that lived there before and after World War II, and she signed the guest book from all of us here in America. The food, they made sure we didn't go hungry. That's an understatement. And here you'll see Pastor Leonid's house. It's a very beautiful house, and very nice. His and his mother lives there as well. And this is me and with our translator, Oksana. We went to churches, more than one church, almost every single day, and shared testimonies each and every time. So we did our fair share of sharing our experiences and talking about where we live and where we come from in our church here. Now, if you came here expecting to hear what heroes we Americans were to the needy people of Ukraine, I'm afraid you'll leave this place very disappointed. Before this trip happened, I know that's what I expected. I was prepared to do all I could physically, emotionally, financially, and spiritually to help who I assumed would be, in comparison to us, a nation with next to nothing. Materialistically, you could be accurate. Even with the tragic weather that hit us only a few months ago, we still have a lot more than many in the rest of the world. Instead, you will hear about how the people of Ukraine healed my soul, warmed many hearts, and taught me more about something that I thought I already knew. And though it's nice to have, money had nothing to do with it. They taught me what true love is. This is how we know what love is. Jesus Christ laid down his life for us, and we ought to lay down our lives for our brothers and sisters. If anyone has material possessions and sees a brother or sister in need but has no pity on them, how can the love of God be in that person? Dear children, let us not love with words or speech, but with actions and in truth. 1 John 3, verses 16 through 18. I know that it sounds corny, but as sappy as it sounds, it's the truth. And my biggest hope for tonight is to be able to share nothing but the ultimate truth with everyone here. I may have my biases, but if all goes well, there will be something for each one of you to embrace. No matter your faith, no matter your age, no matter your identity, everyone can resonate with the message of love, and we all have a beating heart. It's underrated, to be certain, but once you experience it in a setting that you didn't expect it to be, it takes you off guard. It's a huge impact. I'll give you an example from my firsthand experience. How many people in this country would be truly willing to allow foreigners to stay in their home for over a week's time? Not only to stay under their roof, but to give up their only bedroom for these strangers, to cook homemade meals 3 times a day, every single day for these people, to toast with them, to share everything you have with them, to take care of them when they're sick, and to open up your arms and call these strangers your family. All this as if it wasn't already enough, done with an open heart and genuine happiness. There was no hesitation. The language barrier was no match for their willingness to love. Nothing was off limits to us. Their electricity, their food, their photo albums, their memories, their culture, and their time. Be honest with yourselves, it sounds unusual for us. For the time and place in which we currently live especially, there's so much evil in this world. We all know it. We see it on the news every day without rest. To open your household to strangers could potentially put your family in danger. Each one of us honestly has a right to be skeptical of any strangers. But that goes for everyone in the world. And yet, the love and compassion we were shown is almost indescribable. This is a picture of the family that Samantha and I stayed with. These are the people who we now proudly call our family. And I can say that with every bit of honesty and meaning in my heart. This is Sasha. This is Dasha. They are our beloved sisters. They generously gave us to their shared bedroom, their beds, their phone chargers, their crafts, and their love. The first night we stayed with this family, we found out it was Sasha's 22nd birthday. It was after we wished her happy birthday at the dinner table that she informed Samantha and I that the 2 of us staying in their home was her birthday present. These are their mother and father, who for a time became our own mother and father. Selflessly, they cooked for us, cleaned after us, even after our insistence that we help, arranged phone calls and transportation for us, and treated us as if we were just as precious to them as their own daughters. They made us the priority. I want you to see their faces. I want you all to know that Ukraine is more than just a country, more than just a flag, more than just a former part of the Soviet Union, more than a location. These people are our blood, our family. Is not love what Jesus Christ came to earth to demonstrate? Did he not live in the utmost constant state of compassion, kindness, and empathy towards others? And I don't just mean others who are like us. I mean every human. He loves us all. My command is this: love each other as I have loved you. Greater love has no one than this, to lay down one's life for one's friends. John 15:12 and 13. Dear friends, let us love one another, for love comes from God. Everyone who loves has been born of God and knows God. Whoever does not love does not know God, because God is love. 1 John 4:7 and 8. Honestly, I thought I knew what this was. I thought I knew how to love. It seemed so simple. One of the first phrases we learned to say as children is, I love you. But I see now that I, along with the rest of the United States of America, have a lot to learn. A lot to learn from places with less, but that are still richer. And this is not a bad thing. In fact, it's an incredible miracle of life, one of the many bestowed upon us during our lifetime, that no matter who you are, how old or young, if you're still alive on earth, you can still do incredible things in the name of love, in the name of Christ. Everybody has the potential to be like this, and learning how is more than rewarding. Something beautiful to note is that love is a universal language. With how many languages I've tried to learn, I should know. But love is the easiest to learn. Love is the easiest to share, and it's the easiest to understand. We would all do well to use it more, be it to our closest friend or to the stranger who just cut us off in traffic. We need to remember that our hearts are vital, and there's absolutely nothing weak or soft about love. In Christianity, it is said that no human other than Jesus Christ is without sin. Sin is an abomination to God. It is being disobedient, being hateful towards others, being prideful, greedy. It has many names and many faces. If you look around, you'll see there's no shortage of evil in this world. God, the ultimate, knew this before he even created us, yet he still showered us with incredible gifts. Observe the beauty of a mother holding her child and the comfort on the child's face. Observe the rejuvenating energy of a sturdy tree, enduring years of rough weather to continue to provide us with clean air to breathe. Observe two friends holding hands and healing each other by listening compassionately to the other's problems. Something as simple and overlooked as the potential of a blank piece of paper. These are all presents that he has given us without hesitation. Would you shower this many gifts onto someone who you feel has intentionally wronged you? If your enemy is hungry, give him food to eat. If he is thirsty, give him water to drink. In doing this, you will heap burning coals on his head, and the Lord will reward you. Proverbs 25, 21, and 22. God has given us all this and more. The beautiful people I met in Ukraine, it is apparent, know what to do with it. As I wrap up what I have to say tonight, I leave you with just one question to reflect on. What will you do? Thank you.